Hi, my name is Latrice, and today for Read for the Record, we'll be reading Piper Chen Sings by Phillipa and Mars Pasquale Doran, illustrated by Chen Leng. This is Piper Chen. Piper loves to sing. She twirls through the rooms, bounces up the stairs, and hops foot to foot, always singing out a tune. She sings good morning to the peeking sun and good night to the crescent moon. She sings to the orange-chested robins whistling outside her window and to the chanting frogs in the faraway pond, and they sing back to her. Piper performs for her closest friends with Spotty on backup always. She listens to Nai-Nai's homemade Jalsa pop as they cook and hums with pleasure as she eats them. She hears the world's rich sounds as beats and rhymes and adds her voice to its orchestra. On a bright spring morning, Piper scoots to school, slapping her foot against the pavement and bopping her head to the beat. When Miss Lopez takes attendance, Piper belts out, "Here!" She practices her whistles when she colors and cuts and hums quietly while looking for the perfect book. In her favorite class, Piper stands tall and focused. She feels the chorus of voices vibrating through her. Class takes a break. Mr. Harris asks Piper if she wants to sing one of the solos in the spring sing. Piper lets her excitement answer, "Yes!" Yet, when they start practicing again, something doesn't feel right. Piper is suddenly frozen, and she can only sing in a worried whisper. "If you feel nervous, Piper, that is normal," Mr. Harris assured her. "You have the choice to sing a solo or sing with the class. Just tell me what you decide next time we meet." When Piper returns home from school that day, she does not twirl through the rooms, bounce up the stairs, or hop foot to foot. Piper is not singing. Listening to the tune from Nai-Nai's piano, Piper does not hum along. She does not sing one note. Nai-Nai is sitting upright at the piano bench as she often does, one foot resting on the pedal, never wiggling or even rattling her teacup. She starts playing their favorite song. "Piper, I know you are there, but you aren't singing." Piper climbs next to Nai-Nai and tells her about the solo. "What if I forget the words? What if I sound like a frog?" she says. "When we practiced, I felt like butterflies were having a dance party in my belly. What if they come back?" Nai-Nai pauses her playing and smiles. "Hudie," she says to Piper. "What is hudie?" asks Piper. "It is the Chinese word for butterfly," answers Nai-Nai. "I remember being your age the very first time I touched piano keys, playing along to the rain's beat against the window." Nai-Nai plays the keys to sound like raindrops, and Piper giggles. "Before my first piano recital, the butterflies danced in me too." "Go away, Hudie," I begged, but they just flew faster. They would only settle once I began to play. Eventually, I realized the butterflies visited to tell me when something exciting was ahead, Nai-Nai explained. They flapped fast when I left China and traveled to America, and I felt them fluttering the day I graduated from music school. They flew through me when I married your yeye. They hovered over us when we brought your father home for the first time, and they twirled unstoppably on the day I became a U.S. citizen, she says. Now, when they greet me, I greet them back. "Hello, Hudie, ni hao." "Piper, do you want to sing the solo?" Piper blinks and thinks and nods. Nai-Nai resumes playing their favorite song, and Piper finally sings along. Weeks later, on the night of the show, Piper feels the butterflies flapping their wings and flying side to side. When it is her class's turn to sing, they walk out slowly. Piper sees the spotlight shining like the bright, welcoming sun and its reflection on stage like the inviting moon. She hums to herself, "Hello, Hudie." Piper steps into the glow, the butterflies rest, and she sings. She sings like she sings to her stuffed animals and Spotty the dog, the sun and moon and stars, the trees and birds and frogs. She sings because she loves to sing, and her love is alive in that moment. fluttering through her, her family and friends, and her loving Nai-Nai, fluttering up and out into the world. So to start, we're going to need a piece of paper, a pair of scissors, and a pen. On our blank piece of paper, we're going to write what we are scared of. Once we have that done, we're going to take the edge of our paper and fold it over to make a triangle. And the extra piece at the bottom, we're going to cut off. Once we've cut it off, we're going to open up our triangle and fold it the other way to make another triangle. Open it back up. And then we're gonna fold it over hot dog style. Open it back up again, and then hot dog style the other way. Once we've done that, we're going to pick up our paper and open up that first flap and fold it into the paper to make a triangle. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So opening up our flap, tucking it into our paper to make that triangle. Once we have that, we're going to fold it in half. Take our scissors, and on the open part, we're going to cut a little curve to make it round. Open up that triangle again. Take one flap and fold it down the middle or into the middle. Take our other flap and do the same. Once we have that, we're going to flip it to the other side. Pick it up from the open side, folding it inward to make a triangle on top. And then smooth out our crease. Take just the triangle part at the top and fold it on top. That tiny triangle piece, we're going to fold that piece in the middle and spread out the legs. And there's our butterfly.